Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about makeup products that I have changed my mind about, either for the better or for the worst. I just watched Emily Noel and Risa Does Makeup. So I will leave them both down below. And I needed to see that because I've been wanting to tell you guys about a product, like one in particular product that I've kind of changed my mind about, but I didn't know how to really incorporate it. And then I was like, perfect, we've got this. And I'm gonna start off with that product because this is something that I've changed my mind for the better. So the Sonia G brushes, I only have 3 here, and my mind really hasn't changed about this one. This is the Sonia G Sculpt 4. I always thought this was a good brush. I just don't really sculpt my face, so I don't use it. I don't use the highlight for anything. It really just sits back there. So that one is just the same. But these two right here, you can see this is dirty. I took this one with me to IMATS and I have not cleaned those brushes yet. So what hasn't changed is that I have a little bit of an issue still with how thick the handles are on here because it throws me off a little bit. But I have found that when I'm not doing a look like this, or like an Instagram look, or a look that requires a lot of layering and blending and like that kind of look, I love these. So when I am going to put any kind of cream shadow on, or like an all matte look and then just around the edges blending with this one, I don't know if I told you what these are, the Worker 2 and the Builder 2. I have really been enjoying these, but I don't think that they are for like the typical eye looks. Like I wouldn't want to do my eye look today with these brushes. I don't know if that makes sense. But for the style that I really enjoy doing, like say the Charlotte Tilbury quads, like the all shimmer ones, I love these for any kind of cream shadows, stuff like that. I've actually been using, and again, all matte shadow, like I've been using this to death with the Pillow Talk eyeshadow quad from Charlotte Tilbury, but I have changed my mind on these. I never thought that they were bad quality. I just never used them. And then I started picking them up and using them for different purposes. And I find that I like these. So I might actually try a couple more and kind of feel them out, but I do wish that the handles were still smaller. I'm just being a picky brat though. 2 more makeup brushes, same brand and 2 different thoughts. One for the better and one for the worst. I'm gonna start out with the one for the worst, and it's So I absolutely used to love this brush, like love it. I used it all the time. This is from Marc Jacobs, and this is the bronze brush. I remember when I absolutely had to have it too. Like I kept going back and forth and I was like, so much money for a brush and blah, blah, blah. And really, like over time, I feel like this has gotten kind of stiffer, kind of more funky. I'm not sure why. I just don't really care for it anymore. I don't think it's as soft as it used to be. And I have completely fallen out of love with it. Like I don't recommend it to anybody. And it might have been the Tom Ford bronzer brush that did me in, because after I got that, it was kind of like, what do we need this for? But yeah, I don't like this brush. I don't use it ever. Ever, 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 but it used to be one of my absolute favorites. So another one that I think that I actually put in a regrets video, like I absolutely regretted purchasing this brush because I believe I did it just because I got this one and I liked it so much. And then I love the Face 2 for foundation. I got the Marc Jacobs The Conceal. Hated it. Hated this brush, and now I love it. I use it almost every single day. This can get in the corner with concealer so well. I use it to prime my eyes with concealer, and it's just like this perfect little shape. And so it has like this angle, so if you need to get right up against your lash line, if you use like a brush to do your concealer, it's so good. And I think the problem was before is I never even considered to use it for my paint pot or anything like that. And I never used a brush under here even like to fix anything. So now I love this one and don't like this one. There's that. Becca highlighters, and these are not the only two I have. I have a ton. I used to be absolutely obsessed. Like nobody did nobody did Becca highlighters like Becca. Of course they didn't. Nobody did highlighters like Becca. And my favorite for the longest time was Moonstone. You can see like I did some damage here. Let's see, you can kind of see like where the pan was. I loved this, but like now going back, and like when I try and use them, I feel like they are more powdery. And I think that the thing is, and this one is pearl, I have opal, I have the pink quartz or something. Like you can kind of see that these are kind of dusty and they're still pretty highlights, but I never grab for any of, I don't even grab for champagne pop really, like everybody loves that one. I think I just like that gelée type formula better because it's a little bit more wet looking, or maybe things have just been perfected more, and I don't know. I used to love Becca highlighters, and I don't really care anymore. Like when they come out with new ones, I'm like, me, I don't care. This used to be my ride or die mascara. Like absolutely nothing else was gonna go on my lashes other than MAC Extended Plate, duh. But I don't know, we have parted ways. I've gotten another one, not recently, but the last one I got didn't perform the same, and then I just stopped using it. It's this Chanel Le Volume de Chanel. I was so hardcore ride or die for this mascara, and I'm not anymore. I don't know what it is, but I feel like this is a newer one. You can hear that nice little, I feel like it gets clumpy or something, and then I don't get the length. And I feel like I used to get length, volume, and just like va va voom, and now that is what Lancome Monsieur Big does for me. And so Le Volume is just like, I don't know. May you rest in mascara peace. The next product is one that I never understood the hype about, did not like it. I hated it on my skin, and I reviewed it, and I don't even know if that review is up anymore. I've taken down a few videos because I'm like, ooh, girl, you looked a little odd. But this one is from Makeup Forever, and this is the Ultra HD. You guys have seen me talk about this recently, and I got a sample. I think it was when the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet, whatever, their new foundation came out. There's also the ability to get like a deluxe sample of this foundation. And I was like, why not? I'm going to try it again. And then I was like, why do I like this though? Like, I hated this foundation. It just slipped off my face. And I'm going to attribute that to my skin changing. But now I absolutely love this foundation. It is one of my go-tos, like in my top 3 go-to foundations. And the shade I wear, in case anyone is wondering, is the shade Y245. I feel like this is very natural on the skin. I can wear this in the summer and in the winter, because I was wearing it this summer and I've worn it during this, it's been cold. I live in Tennessee and it's been like cold and then 60 and then really, really, really cold and then 60. But it's really beautiful, and I don't know why I hated it so much before, because I just didn't get it, and now I love it. Okay, you guys, I have no idea what happened with this. Like, this confuses me. I don't understand what happened. As you can see, I have used quite a bit of this, and this is the Influencer Clean Longwear Foundation from Sunday Riley. I wore this to death. I raved about it. I loved it. And then it's like all of a sudden it started looking really weird on my skin. I stopped using it, started using it again, and I just noticed like no matter what, it wasn't like, you know, sometimes you have to give a foundation a break because your skin can change, or, you know, a lot of different things. I like to rotate mine because sometimes even my La Mer foundation can look great one day and then the next day be like, oh, I probably should have worn a different foundation today. But I kept thinking that that's what it was, but now I can't use this. I don't know what happened with this. It looks so strange on my skin. It falls right off, and that's with primer, without primer. I don't know what happened, because I was in love with this, and now we don't get along. I don't know. We don't get along anymore. So, yeah. That's all I got. That's all I got. If you guys have had the same experience with that foundation, let me know, because it was months that I was using that foundation and then it just done. Okay, I want to start off by saying that I still think that this is a good product and I feel bad, but it's Cicely's fault. So the J1 Jelly Pack Primer. I used to love this. It is so sticky, like it'll hold on your makeup so well. And you get so much in here. What, you get 1.69 fluid ounces. And I still think that this is like a great product. But I've changed my mind about it because I like this expensive bad boy so much better. And I don't even know why. But it makes my skin look better. It has the tackiness. It's not nearly as tacky as this one. But I feel like my skin and everything looks better with this one. I don't think that this one gives me any more longevity than this one. And I definitely like the price of the J1 Jelly Pack way more than the Double Tensure. But like I could never reach for this over this. It just wouldn't happen. So now this has been sitting in my drawer ever since I purchased the Cicely. Like I don't grab for this at all. This is dusty and it's gross because it has been sitting. And I think this one is going to shock you guys as well. I do have more on, like, I changed my mind for the worst, so I'm sorry about that, but do you guys know how long I have used a Clarisonic, and especially the Smart Profile? Okay, so what happened was I used this every single day, every single night, loved it, swore by it, and I still feel like it gave me really good results. But somebody down in the comments ruined it for me. I blame you, because now I can't get it out of my head, and I see the logic behind it. Like, even my dermatologist was like, yeah, Clarisonics are great, blah, blah, blah. Well, she said that no matter what you do, you're never going to get the bacteria out of here, and you're just rubbing bacteria into your face. And you know, when you take this off, you do have like, there's like pink mold or something, but I'm very good about like taking the heads off. I boil them, I take this off, and I get all in there. But now I can't get out of my head that for my, like, I'm not even a germaphobe, but for my face, like, what if I miss something or it's not clean enough? I can't get it out of my head. So now I have not used this in months, you guys, ever since that comment. So if you know who you are that left that comment, I'm not mad at you, because I think I'm just going to try like one of the Forios or something. But yeah, I have not used that since this comment, because I've been able to get the idea that I'm like putting some kind of bacteria into my skin, because like my skin is like my biggest issue. Like I want it to be as good as it can possibly be, and now I've got this like $300 device that's sitting in my bathroom, just sitting there. I have two more products and then we are done. The first one is from Marc Jacobs. I thought I liked this for like a matte powder, but it's not really matte. It does have some radiance to it. But it's weird. Like, it's very inconsistent. This is what it looks like on the inside. I don't know, like, I feel like it gives a little bit of a sheen almost, but it's very matte. So it almost makes you have some texture, and I don't know what it is about it. There's been a few days where I've used it, I'm like, oh, I'm looking good, but maybe it's just one of those days where you could use any powder and your face was going to look good. But I feel like for the price and everything, and like the hype behind this, like oil controlling and hydrating, that I just don't really suggest this powder. I never reach for it anymore. I wouldn't say that I fell out of love with it, because I don't think I was ever in love with it, but I liked it, so I think I fell out of like. I'm not going to grab this powder because it's very blasé and very pretty packaging. And then lastly, my ride or die concealer. And we've been talking about this, you guys, because I have been hardcore for Charlotte Tilbury and the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. So I have talked about, you know, it's replaced this. And it has, the Too Faced one has replaced this. But now I feel like the Charlotte has even replaced this for like my glam. Like I want to be really done up because I feel like the Charlotte is a little bit more coverage than what the Too Faced Born This Way, and something about it's just a little bit more like zhuzhed up. So the thought of even putting this underneath my eyes, I can't handle anymore, which is insanity because I have backups of this. And the good thing is I have it and I use it for my eye primer, so it's totally fine. I will end up using them up, but I absolutely don't like this underneath my eyes anymore. And I tested this out 2 days ago. I was like, let me make sure that I hate this concealer because I'm having good under eye days. I've been eating a lot of cucumbers and, you know, we're having drinking water, you know, I'm doing really well. So I was like, let me make sure that I no longer like this concealer underneath my eyes. I put it under there and I hated it. I hated it. And it is so strange because I absolutely love this for, I couldn't even tell you how long, but we have parted ways as concealer for under eye for any purpose. Like it's not in any part of the routine. It's not for my full coverage days. It's not for my glam days. It's not for anything other than my eye primers, which is so strange. I never thought, like this was the one product that I just never thought was going to be not part of my routine. And I don't even know that like once I'm done using this as my primer, like I go through them all, like am I going to find a new eye primer? I don't know, guys. But anywho, that is it for the products that I have changed my mind about, either in a positive or negative way. And I will see you guys in my next video. Make sure to leave me something down below that you've changed your mind about, positive or negative. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.